Charlie Munger was once asked, what is the best advice for investing and building wealth? And his response was, the first 100,000 is a bitch, but you got to do it. I don't care what you have to do. Find a way to get your hands on 100,000 and after that you can ease off the gas a little bit. This first 100,000 is for most people the hardest part in creating their wealth. So in this video I want to share with you my formula, how I managed to save and invest my first 100,000 in my early 20s. Hi, I'm Filip. I'm 21-year-old business owner that I built up from the ground with two of my friends, and on this channel I will help you with building your wealth and also I will help you with your self-development. And hopefully it will give you some ideas how you can do it too. So the first thing before everything else will be increasing your saving limit. You need to remember that you can save only as much as you earn. For example, if you earn $3,000 after taxes, the maximum amount that you can ever save if you didn't spend a single buck is $3,000, and that is exactly your saving limit. And the only way to increase the saving limit is by making more money. And so that is where my primary focus was when I was going for this milestone. There are so many different ways you can create another source of income. For example, you can resell things on local marketplaces, you can start a side hustle, or you can take on freelancing work. But to be honest, the quickest way to do this is by getting pay rise at your day job. And so that was the first thing that I myself started doing. In my opinion, a job should be to earn or to learn, but it strongly depends on your status. For example, if you are 30-year-old dad or 30-year-old mom with two kids and few loans over your head, you would strongly focus on earning. And at the other hand, if you are 18-year-old who still goes to school and has no work experience, then your main focus would be on learning. Now for me, at different stages of my career, I was focusing on one or the other. And if there would be a situation that I haven't got either, I would simply switch jobs. Now the best thing is, the biggest pay rises I saw were when I was moving. This is strongly connected with inflation. Saving your first 100k is hard, and if you are relying on just one source of income, then it's gonna be a very long game for you, especially if you are not this 18-year-old who is still living in his parents' house and having his all expenses covered. Now the second thing I did is absolute must if you try to get to your first 100k, and it is to creatively live below your means. I use this word creatively because there are many ways that you can use to don't live like a broke student for your entire life. A lot of this is about just being smart how you are using your money. Previously I did mention this example with 18-year-old who is still living with his parents. Now let's take a closer look at this whole situation. This 18-year-old person is gaining very big advantage by being able to work while not being stressed about paying rent or buying groceries, because he's not just saving a lot of money, he's also saving a lot of time. Now as I said, this is very important how this 18-year-old person will use his money, because for example, as many other teenagers, he can buy a car that will decrease in value and also will be a monthly payment, or he can invest this money in some kind of asset, which is for example property. Now let's say this 18-year-old did buy a property. Now by the time he's still living with his parents, he can start renting it out to start paying it off faster. And after a few years he will be able to move to this property with no additional costs. So now in conclusion, the massive advantage that this person had was that he was able to still live with his parents during his working life. Now I get that many people just don't get along with their parents, or they just want to move out and be independent, or just parents don't live near where they want to stay. Whatever this is, for most people being able to save more money by still living with their parents really could help them accelerate getting to this milestone. And now getting back to the Charlie Munger's quote, find a way to get your hands on the first 100,000. Do whatever it takes, and that was my way. And it definitely isn't the only way. One of my friends bought a 2-bedroom flat, but in this case he didn't want to move out from his parents' house. So his way to get his hands on the first 100,000 and live below his means was to rent out a spare bedroom. Living below your means doesn't just mean not being able to do something. It also means being creative about how you can afford to do that. And one of the best ways to do that is by analyzing where the biggest costs in your life are, and think how you can get the same thing but for less. And then with the difference you can do the next stage, which is letting it multiply. The first 100,000 is the hardest, but the reason why there is such a focus on it is because once you save and invest that amount, the next 100,000 and the 100,000 after becomes a lot easier than the first because of the power of compounding. Let me show you this on an example. Person 1 with $1,000 and person 2 with $100,000 can can be investing in the exact same thing that returns about 8% per year. Person 1 will make $80 after a year, while the person 2 would make $8,000 after the first year. And then that money gets reinvested and the difference just keeps getting greater and compounds. Which is why, other than you need to keep aside for your emergency fund, any additional savings should be invested to benefit from this compounding early on. And you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars to start investing. You can start investing for as little as $100 or even less through different investing apps. And if you want step-by-step tutorial on how to start your investing journey, I'm about to post a video covering just that next week, so hit that subscribe button to don't miss out on it. Saving your first 100,000 may seem out of reach, but if you really put it at the front and focus everything you do around it, even if it means sacrificing some things here and there, you can really accelerate your journey to building wealth. I really hope this video will help you in overcoming this 100,000 milestone. If you want to learn more about how you can achieve your dreams, make sure to check out my latest video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in one of my upcoming videos.